What's up guys, my name is Dante and I go by Oh It's Tay, and I'm also 1/3 of Cacti, and today I'm going to be teaching you 5 important tips for beginner to intermediate producers. And it doesn't matter if you make electronic music or hip hop, pop, R&B beats, rock. This video applies to the whole demographic of music producers. So I basically wanted to make this video because I know how overwhelming it can be at first when you don't really know where to start or how to make this sound or what kind of equipment to get. And thankfully YouTube is a huge catalog that has basically all that information out there. And while those producers are 10 times as talented as I am, I feel like there's some really important things that they don't really cover. One of them is to be yourself with your music. After binge watching tutorials on how to make a certain sound or how to make this producer's type beats and etc., you kind of start to go down this path where you start to mimic other producers' styles instead of making your own sound that's unique to you. One of the best tips that any producer can give you, and I cannot stress this enough, is be different. Don't be afraid to be different, and don't be afraid to try something completely random. Like, some of the best tracks I've made came from when me or my friends were just trying the most random things, and we would just end up pausing and looking at each other like, yo, this actually sounds super sick. With how today's music scene is, I feel like a lot of producers that are just breaking out from that beginner phase and getting into that intermediate phase just want to launch from the get-go. And another tip I have for you guys is to be patient with yourself. As tough as it is to say, there really isn't a shortcut to learning how to make music or to find your own sound. One of the things that'll put you miles above other producers that are at your level is fully understanding your DAW and just having more knowledge on sound itself. When you start breaking into that intermediate phase, you start to tell yourself,
alright, it's time to put everything I got out, sell all of my beats, become a millionaire, yeah!
I'm not saying that couldn't happen and you shouldn't drive for that, but don't rush to put your name out there. Build a foundation. Build a catalog first. No one's gonna sign you a 6-figure check if you just walk up to their table and just whip your dick out and have nothing else to show. People of all ages make music, and I feel like seeing that 16-year-old producer or DJ touring all over the world and making a bunch of money can contribute to wanting to take shortcuts or try to rush things. While it can be a good motivation thing, one super important tip I have for you guys is to stop comparing yourself to other people. This isn't just with music, but life in general. Life isn't just one straight start and finish line. Like, everyone's path is going to always be different, and all the random lefts and rights, the ups and the really big drops, the random stops, those are what make life, and not everyone's path is going to be the same. So the minute you start to stop comparing yourself to others' success or their progress, you'll feel this huge weight just lifted off of your chest. You'll feel rejuvenated, you'll feel calm, relaxed, you'll just feel like yourself. I kept comparing my progress to other people's progress for the first 2 to 3 years of my music career, and it fucking ate me alive. I would see all these younger kids or producers that were my age at the time making huge songs or touring with some of my favorite artists, and I would ask myself, like, why is that not me? What did I do differently? And then I made the fake belief in my head, maybe I'm just not good enough. And when you get into that mindset, it's actually really hard to pull yourself out of that. Having that mindset can also lead to things like depression, writer's block, just being unmotivated, or even losing who you are. One thing I want every producer to always remember is to take breaks. Self-care should always be your top priority. Take some deep breaths, have a cup of water, smoke some weed, meditate, do whatever you need to do to relax yourself. And just remember, before you go into the studio, stop at your door, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and tell yourself, today is going to be a good day. have the confidence that you're going to go into that fucking studio and make some fire ass bangers that you're happy with. If I could go back in time and tell myself one thing, I would say be confident. For the longest time, I was putting so much time and effort into making music, but whenever somebody asked me what I did, I wouldn't tell them I'm a music producer. I would say whatever job I was working at the time, and it wasn't until they brought up hobbies, then I would say, oh, I make music too. It was around that time when I started feeling lost and unmotivated. I had projects, but I just didn't have the creativity or the drive to finish them. And it wasn't until I started taking self-care more seriously and reading into the laws of attraction where things just started to click. I would confidently not just tell other people but myself that I am a music producer. I stopped treating it like a hobby and my music instantly became better. I know that might sound dumb, but I just got a random surge of motivation and a huge drive just from putting out that energy and that frequency into the world that I am what I am. Well, those are my 5 tips for beginner and intermediate producers. Like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Leave a comment if you feel like there's anything I could have capitalized on better, or if there's anything I left out. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.